I used to be scared of zombies, but after seeing this, I realized they're just people who happen to enjoy eating brains. It's a cultural thing. Tonight's review is on Zombies, which follows the adventures of four friends who have just become zombies. In their own minds, these friends still think that they're perfectly unchanged and they're able to communicate with each other, but whenever they come across someone who's not a zombie, they just see them as these stumbling, unintelligible corpses. I love how this movie displays everyone's perceptions. Like, since zombies in the classic sense are slow moving creatures, whenever the main characters come across someone who's uninfected, that person looks and sounds like they're going in fast forward. And the only people who can understand what the main characters are saying are people who are shit faced drunk, which makes sense, which alcohol slows down the brain, and since their vision's a little blurry, they can't actually see that they're talking to living corpses. I know that a lot of people out there are getting tired of the zombie subgenre, and to an extent, I can understand. I mean, ever since The Walking Dead took off, the horror genre has just been oversaturated by zombies. For my money, however, I'm not complaining because whether you choose to believe it or not, there is still possibility to do something unique with the subgenre, and the concept for Zombies is about as unique as it gets. It's as if someone saw Land of the Dead and realized how absurd that premise was, and so they took it and made a comedy out of it. What's awesome is that one of the characters in this movie actually points out the fact that zombies have never been organized except for in Land of the Dead, and then he goes to point out that that wasn't a very good movie anyway, so good job, movie. I'm proud of you. I will admit that Oz Zombies wasn't exactly perfect, though. None of the characters in this movie acted like real people, which would have been fine if they'd been exaggerated just a little bit more. Like, you do get a sense of who these people are at the beginning. You've got like a ditzy blonde chick, a lover boy, a tough chick, and this guy who's kind of an idiot. And they do remain serviceable characters throughout, but it didn't feel like their personality types were utilized enough. To put it in perspective, it kind of reminds me of this scene in the new Ghostbusters movie. Imagine if you ordered a wonton soup and it only had one wonton in it, only unlike in that movie, the wonton has meat. It's as if you got your protein at the beginning of this movie, but then after that, there wasn't enough meat left in the characters. This is the third time I'm doing October reviews, and I'm still comparing horror movies to Chinese food. They're both things that I love. Anyway, it may sound to some of you like I'm bashing the film at this point, but overall I do like it. The premise alone is enough to keep it very entertaining, and it leads to a lot of hilarious scenes. So I would say, as long as you're not looking for anything deep, but you are looking for something different, then Ah Zombies does come recommended. I hope y'all have a good one.